Rye is a remarkable grain. It has fed people for centuries. It grows where other crops often fail. This makes rye very important. It is a survivor. It can handle tough conditions. Farmers have relied on rye for a long time. It is a testament to nature's adaptability. This grain tells a story of resilience and sustenance. Rye bread is dense and full of fiber. It keeps you feeling full for longer. Rye offers important minerals and vitamins. It is a healthy choice for many diets. People have known this for generations. They baked with rye flour. They made hearty meals. Rye's story begins thousands of years ago. It likely started as a weed in wheat and barley fields. Farmers in Asia Minor noticed its strength. They began to cultivate it on purpose. It spread across Europe, became a staple food in many northern countries. Growing rye starts with the soil. The soil needs careful preparation. Farmers work hard to get it ready. Good soil means a good rye harvest. They might plow the field first. This turns the soil over. It brings fresh nutrients to the surface. It also helps to break up compacted earth. After plowing, the soil might be too rough, so farmers use other tools. A harrow can break up large clumps of dirt. It makes the soil finer and smoother. This creates a good seed bed. Sometimes farmers test the soil. They want to know what nutrients are missing, then they can add what is needed. Rye is usually planted in the autumn. This timing is important. The young rye plants will start to grow before winter. They will establish their roots. This helps them survive the cold months. Sowing in autumn also means an earlier harvest next summer. Farmers use machines called seed drills. These machines plant the seeds at the right depth. Rye is famous for its ability to survive the cold. It is one of the hardiest cereal grains. It can withstand freezing temperatures. This is a big advantage for farmers in northern climates. While other grains might die in a harsh winter, rye often thrives. Its cells have special properties. They can resist damage from ice formation. This cold hardiness means rye can be planted in the fall. It grows a little before winter sets in, then it goes dormant. It rests under the snow. When spring arrives and the weather warms, the rye starts growing again quickly. This gives it a head start. It can outcompete weeds. Rye is also a good neighbor in the field. This is called intercropping or companion planting. Farmers sometimes plant rye alongside other crops. The roots of the rye plant are truly remarkable. They are not just for anchoring the plant, they do much more. Rye has an extensive and fibrous root system. These roots can grow very deep into the soil. They can reach down several feet. This helps the plant find water even in dry conditions. It also allows the plant to access nutrients that are deeper in the soil profile. This impressive root system offers significant environmental benefits. As the roots grow, they help to improve soil structure. They create channels in the soil. This allows air and water to penetrate more easily. When the roots eventually decay, they add organic matter to the soil. This makes the soil healthier and more fertile for future crops. Section 5, a watchful eye monitoring growth and natural defenses. Farmers keep a close watch on their rye crop as it grows. Monitoring is key to a successful harvest. They walk through the fields regularly. They look for signs of healthy development. They check the color of the leaves. They measure the height of the plants. They observe the overall vigor of the crop. This careful observation allows them to spot any potential problems early. Early detection means they can take action before the issue becomes widespread. Rye goes through several distinct growth stages. It starts with germination and seedling emergence. Then comes tillering, when the plant produces multiple stems. After that is stem elongation, followed by flowering and grain fill. Each stage has its own needs. Farmers understand these stages. They ensure the crop has what it requires, like enough water during critical periods. Knowing these developmental milestones helps farmers make informed decisions. Section 6, the summer harvest, gathering the grain. As summer progresses, the rye plants mature, growing taller and stronger with each passing day. The green fields slowly turn golden brown, a beautiful transformation that signals the approach of harvest time. This color change is a sign, a natural indicator that the grain is nearing its peak ripeness. That means the grain is ripening, preparing itself for the crucial moment of harvest. The kernels inside the seed heads become hard and dry, a key characteristic of mature rye. Farmers check the moisture content of the grain meticulously, ensuring it is at the optimal level. It needs to be at the right level for harvesting, neither too wet nor too dry. If it is too wet, it can spoil in storage, leading to significant losses for the farmer. If it is too dry, kernels might shatter and be lost during harvest, reducing the yield. The main harvest usually happens in late summer when the conditions are just right. This can be July or August in the Northern Hemisphere, depending on the region. The exact timing depends on the local climate, which can vary significantly. It also depends on when the rye was planted, as different planting times can affect the harvest schedule. Farmers watch the weather forecast closely, planning their activities around the predicted conditions. They need a period of dry weather to harvest, as wet conditions can complicate the process. Rain can delay the harvest, causing frustration and potential losses. It can also damage the quality of the ripe grain, making it less valuable. Modern rye harvesting is done with large machines, making the process more efficient. These are called combine harvesters, named for their ability to combine multiple harvesting tasks. The name combine comes from what it does, combining reaping, threshing, and winnowing into one operation. Section 7. From field to silo. Cleaning and preserving the harvest. Once the rye grain leaves the combine harvester, it is not yet ready for long-term storage or milling. The grain must undergo several important steps to ensure its quality and longevity. It still contains some impurities. These impurities can affect the quality of the grain and must be removed. These can include small pieces of straw, weed seeds, or dust. Removing these impurities is crucial for the next stages of processing. So, the first step after harvesting is often further cleaning. This process involves using specialized equipment to ensure the grain is as pure as possible. This ensures the grain is pure. Cleaner grain stores better and is less likely to spoil. It also results in higher quality flour or other rye products. Clean grain is essential for producing the best possible end products. Specialized cleaning equipment is used for this task. These machines are designed to handle large quantities of grain efficiently. The grain might pass over vibrating screens or sieves. These devices help separate the good grain from the unwanted materials. These have different sized holes. The varying sizes allow for precise separation of the grain. The holes allow the good rye kernels to fall through. This ensures that only the best quality grain is collected. Larger pieces of debris like straw stay on top. This makes it easy to remove these unwanted materials. Smaller impurities like tiny weed seeds or dirt fall through smaller holes. This step is crucial for ensuring the purity of the grain. Air currents are also used. This method helps to further clean the grain by removing lighter particles. Fans blow air through the falling grain. This helps to remove lighter particles like dust and chaff. Ensuring the grain is as clean as possible before storage. After cleaning, drying is often the next critical step. Proper drying is essential to prevent spoilage. Even if harvested on a dry day, the grain might still have too much moisture. Excess moisture can lead to mold and other issues. The ideal moisture content for storing rye is around 12 to 14%. Maintaining this level is crucial for long-term storage. If it is higher, mold and insects can become a problem. Proper drying and storage techniques are essential to prevent these issues. Section 8. A global staple rye on the world stage and its many uses. Rye is cultivated in many parts of the world, from the vast plains of North America to the fertile fields of Europe and beyond. However, its production is concentrated in certain regions where the climate and soil conditions are ideal for its growth. Eastern, Central and Northern Europe are major rye-growing areas with vast expanses dedicated to this resilient crop. Countries like Germany, Poland and Russia are leading producers thanks to their favorable agricultural conditions. These countries have climates and soils well suited for rye, allowing it to thrive where other grains might struggle. They also have a long tradition of rye cultivation and consumption, which has been passed down through generations. The United States and Canada also grow significant amounts of rye, contributing to the global supply. The international trade in rye is substantial, with many countries relying on imports to meet their needs. While much of the rye is consumed in the countries where it is grown, there is also an export market that helps balance global demand. Leading producers often export rye to countries that have a demand but limited domestic production, ensuring a steady supply worldwide. One of the most well-known uses of rye is in bread making, where it is prized for its unique qualities. Rye bread is popular in many European countries where it is a staple in many households. It has a distinctive, slightly sour flavor that sets it apart from other types of bread. It is often denser and darker than wheat bread, with a rich, hearty texture. Pumpernickel bread, for example, is a very dark, heavy rye bread that is beloved for its deep, complex flavor. Section 9. Beyond the grain, rye straw and a sustainable future. The usefulness of the rye plant does not end with its grain. After the harvest, a significant amount of rye straw is left behind. This straw is a valuable resource. It is not waste. Farmers have found many uses for it. One common use is as animal bedding. Rye straw is absorbent and provides comfortable bedding for livestock like cattle and horses. It helps keep animals clean and dry. Rye straw is also excellent as garden mulch. Spreading straw around plants helps to retain soil moisture. It suppresses weed growth by blocking sunlight. As the straw slowly decomposes, it adds organic matter to the soil. This improves soil health over time. Some farmers also incorporate rye straw back into the field. They chop it and till it into the soil. This returns nutrients and organic material to the earth, enriching it for the next crop.